What's up? What's up? What's up? How we doing? How we doing? What's up, CJ? Mr. Esparon? What's crack-a-lackin'? Vergil and Ryan stop hype job boots. What up, Shake? Shake. I got this song on my iPod called Shake. Shake. No, that's not how it sounds. It's called Shake, though. It's pretty dope. Everybody shake until my heart breaks. Sound familiar? No? Espresso with heavy cream and a little stevia, natural sweetener. All right, what we got? Marco, did you hear Deontay Wilder? Yes, I did hear that. Ridiculous. Well, no, maybe. No, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And also, why is he still fighting? Like, even if that was true, well, I guess that's his. But let's not forget, that's from somebody who also made up every excuse, literally, under the sun why Fury beat him. So it's not surprising. DD, hey. Excuse me. I'm not interested in the Paul Tyson fight. It's too much of a gimmick for me. Nah, I'm watching. That shit is big. Friday night. Just telling the wife. That's exciting. I'm not that interested in Paul. Too much of a gimmick. See? But you're definitely watching it. So, you know how that goes. You know how that goes. There's Mike himself. What up, Mike? Mike Tyson in the house. Marco, how do fighters have power? Do they use their weight or good genetics? No. So, good genetics is a component in speed, power, everything. It's always a component. But I'd say 50 with speed has to be mostly genetics. Speed, I would say, is 70, 80% genetics, 20, 30% taught. Power is 50% genetics and 50% taught. It's def big. I hate it, though. Who you got winning, Shake? Shake. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's do this. Let's see what we have here. Let's see. I'm going to set... I'm going to do a poll. How do I do the polls here? Oh, here we go. Hold on. Give me a second, people. Start a poll. Who wins between Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul? Okay. So Mike wins. Jake takes it. Well, I'm making a poll here. I want to see what everybody puts. It's a draw. Not sure, but will be boring. All right. Boom. There's the poll. I just added a poll, people. Sorry, it took me a second. All right. Making excuses. Check the poll I just put. Please vote on the poll. Who wins, Mike versus Jake? Either you got Mike winning, definitely. Jake winning, definitely. Draw. Or, and I think this one's going to happen. This is what I'm thinking, actually. Boring. Remember I said this. I said it yesterday. I'll say it today. Jake is going to hold excessively as soon as he feels the speed and the power. And Mike is very content in the clinch. He rests in the clinch a lot. He initiates the clinch a lot. He initiates the clinch sometimes, but rests in the clinch and doesn't try to break it most of the time. So that's what I think is going to happen. I got Tyson. He's 58. I don't know. Okay, well, vote. Vote a boxer. Get good genetics with 10% taught. What if a boxer got good genetics but 10% taught? Are they going to still be a beginner? What you mean? Skinny people hit harder than big dudes. Well, that's not true. It's all who wins between Mike and you? What do we got here? We got how many polls? Oh, we only got 8 votes. Most people think Mike wins. Okay. So far, so good. Imagine if Mike Tyson bites his ear. Well, probably not going to happen. But we'll see. We shall see. Espresso, heavy cream, and a hint of stevia. It's good stuff. Good after dinner espresso. All right, what we got? You have the highest knockout percentage in boxing history. Nobody can take that away from you. Just retire. You're talking about Wilder, right? Yeah, agreed. I mean, he could ruin that knockout ratio. He already ruined it well, I guess when you lose, you don't ruin it, which is interesting. Do you guys know that? The knockout ratio is only based on your victories. I think it should be based on everything. But it's only based on victories. They don't average all your fights, losses, draws, just victories. They take the amount of victories and the amount of KOs and simply divide them. And that's how you get your knockout percentage. Mark G's documentary, Tyson and Jake Paul. Documentary? What you mean? I saw them do a sit down with Cameron. What's up, Eon? I forgot what your real name was again. Doran? Some shit like that? Doran, right? Doran, I believe. How can boxers have good head movement? They just move their heads. I'm sure you're looking for more than that. Donovan. Okay, I was close. You Jamaican? You Jamaican at all? Big shout. Here, let me get this ready. You have my first sound effect today. It's crispy. Walking dead on heroin, Marco. Amen. Amen. Wow, there's 98% rock. Yeah. Well, Dwayne, there's dudes with 100% knockout ratios, like Edwin Valero. But what level are we talking at here? We twins. I keep forgetting that's me. For every hour. What you mean? Man, I'm black. I don't know about this. You don't. Well, most people know. Like if the black side of you was from Jamaica, most people would know. That's all. Which leads me to say that they're probably not. Otherwise, you would know it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm Bulgarian. How do I know it? Well, my mom has an accent. That's a different passport. And where's everybody at today? Good old Galaxy. Do a boxer have to move their head for an hour? I don't get the question. I don't get what you're saying. I'm talking about retired and close to retired fighters, not fighters still fighting. Well, Edwin Valero died early. So does that count? To me, it doesn't. Because, but who has a better knockout percentage out of like world champions? Like well-known world champions? Well, it might be Wilder. He might be top of the heap. Archie Moore has the highest knockout percentage at one point of any champion, I believe. But that's because not the highest knockout. Archie Moore has the most knockouts out of any world champion since recorded history, I believe. You move your head side to side by dropping your legs from one leg to another. Huh? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Clear world. The world. Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm excited about Friday. I'm excited. It's going to be dope. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be dope. It's going to be some shit. Canelo learned it since the Floyd fight, and now he's a master at it. I wouldn't say master, but he's pretty good. Canelo has really good head movement. He has good head movement. Yeah, he's very slippery. Diego Corrales. Come on, Diego. Arturo Gotti was a glorified punching bag. Like, he could throw some decent punches, but when he got in there with anybody his own size, nah. No disrespect, obviously, because he passed. But Marco, who do you think Boots should fight next? Blair Cobbs. Mike Tyson for the win. Psst, come on, you know the deal. You know the deal. You know the deal. You know the deal. Galaxy again. Pick up. You think he could have been dud like Fury Boy? Do I think I could have been what? Gud? What are you trying to say? Gut? I don't know what you're trying to say. Mark, you think Boots needs to work on his head movement more? Yeah, but it was his ego, right? We talked about this. It was his ego. He has great head movement when he uses it. He needs to know when not to bang, know when to move, know when to set better traps. You know what I mean? He doesn't set traps. He's a good counterpuncher and he's a good offensive fighter, but he doesn't really set traps, Boots. You know the move that Ryan Garcia did because say it's a shoulder roll, but it's called the Victorville roll. That's called a Victorville roll because he's from Victorville, California. That shit ain't a Philly roll. It's a Victorville roll. Good as a fighter. Gud? What the fuck does Gud mean? Is that some shit some word I never heard of? I don't know what Gud means. What's up, Lewis? What's up? What's up? I realize that Boots isn't good at clinching. It's not that he isn't good, he just doesn't employ the strategy. Let me rephrase. He hasn't employed the strategy over his last two. Good as in good, I think. Why don't you just spell good then? And his initial thing would have made sense. Look, do you think you could been good like Yuri Boy? Could have been good like Yuri Boy? I don't get it. Galaxy's a very abstract fella. Good, motherfucker. What the fuck do it matter with my guy? You're a very abstract fella. Bozy just didn't have a good game. Yeah, he had a good game plan. Get this motherfucker out of here. Just get him out of here. Like, what are you doing? Get him out of here. That shit. You know? Maybe Boots felt like punches and they weren't really affecting him, so he didn't really care. No. Yes. Definitely. Yes. But he also was trying to show out for his hometown. That picture is hilarious. Yeah, it is. It is. They'd be making all weird kinds of memes about me. They all always give me hair in the memes. I'm okay with that. Maybe one day I'll get, yo, you know what'd be funny? My face on Eon. Eon, with Eon's hair? Oh, that would be fucking hilarious. Eon's hair looks straight, like, wild. I wish I had that hair. Put my face on Eon. I look like Rick James. Motherfucker, Luis Ramon Campos. Bruh, I know, what about him? So you're asking, do you think I could have been as good as him? That's a really random thing to ask. Is that what you're asking? He didn't look at him once. Yeah, no, you right? You saw that? He was like, well, you know what it's like when you have your father yelling at you or a relative or, anybody. No, I didn't fight like Yuri Boy. No, I couldn't have been as good as Yuri Boy. I couldn't have gone 56-0. Crazy. Well, you know what? I could have. If I really buckled down, I could have. Boots versus Cobbs and Ortiz versus I don't know who. Just one build-up fight. Yeah, I'm with it. I don't know if it's true, but I heard people walking out of the fight. Oh, really? Ben. Ben is a good fight for anybody. Anybody. And I'll tell you why. First off, very skilled. Maybe a little bit of juice going on, but very skilled. Hard puncher, fast puncher, mean streak. comes right at you. It's going to make for an exciting fight, and he could punch. Big mouth. But also, you're going to get one of your biggest paydays out of any welterweight against Conor Benn. Why? Global, British, European appeal. That fight I like. Boots versus Benn. I'd go with that one. And I think Boots beats him because Benn is very one-dimensional. Benn definitely doesn't punch in between shots. Like, Boots will bang Benn out. I mean, they'll be banged out to the fullest, like Parus and Compton. Conor Benn doesn't look like his father, but he can crack. No, he looks nothing like his father. His father's fucking like 12 shades darker. And even their facial features look nothing alike. That's what I'm saying. I think you could have been, he went 108. Nah, I mean, shit. I don't think I would have fought that much. Fuck that. A model, most importantly, not a fighter. Oh, who's a model? Conor Benn's not a model. I don't know if it's true, but I heard people walking out of the fight. Did you just say that? You did. Sometimes I think I'm like bugging out because you repeat shit. Marco, I don't think Keyshawn should fight Tank because Tank has more knockouts. Agreed. Keyshawn would get viciously, mercilessly knocked out if he fought Tank. And it might ruin his career. Wait a little. He told Frank Martin the same thing. You should have waited. Mark, would you catch the sit down? Yep, I sure did. Watched it last night. Winky Wright, Andre Ward. Andre's too big, Kobe. That's a great one. Andre's too big. Andre is naturally 68, maybe even a 175 pounder. Winky's naturally a 54 pounder. So we're about 20 pounds off, which is 2 to 3 weight divisions. 54, 60, super middle. So it's 3 weight divisions off. Keyshawn had a good night. Just because you had a good night doesn't mean you should. Well, Keyshawn fought somebody who had a 40 to 50% knockout ratio, I want to say. Let me double check before I speak out of my ass. Gustavo Lemos. I believe it's 40 or 50%. Might even be 60, but no higher than that. Gustavo Lemos, box rec. Here we go. 65% knockout ratio. Okay, which is very low. So he's fighting somebody who doesn't really punch hard, but comes right at you. So what's going to happen when you're fighting somebody that doesn't punch hard, so you have very little apprehensions about, and they come right at you. So you don't even have to work to get shots off. What's going to happen? You're going to swing, you're going to hit them, and if you have any power, they're going down. Now, he had never been down before, so I heard that. That's impressive that Keyshawn was able to drop him, but other than that, nah. Yuri was a champion. What you mean? Smash that like. Listen to this man. It was 65. Keyshawn needs to learn how to sit down on them, and he has a really good chance of beating Tank. I disagree with that, Lewis. I don't think he beats Tank in the 5th dimension, in the 4th dimension, on the Starship Enterprise, in Narnia. I don't think he beats him in anywhere. Check out Nigel Benn versus Iran Barkley for 5 fun minutes. Oh yeah, Barkley's in a lot of those fun minutes. Marco Keyshawn beats every 135 pounder except Tank and Shakur. Let's see. Let's see if I agree with you. I was going to say hell no, but let's see. All right. Here are the top lightweights. Zepeda. Nope, he doesn't beat Zepeda. Loma. Nope. Zahur Abdullaev. Never heard of him. Raymond Murtalia. He might not beat Murtalia. Dennis Bernichuk might not beat him either. Navarrete won't beat him either. So no. I don't even know if Keyshawn... Now, he'll probably beat Schofield. He won't even beat Edwin De Los Santos. So, nope. He won't even beat Abdullah Mason, as a matter of fact. So, hell no. I disagree with that. Keyshawn was want to fight Shakur Tank. I think Abdullah Mason will beat all of them. I know he just went down, but to me, that showed more iron, copper, steel balls that the kid has. Retire versus Keyshawn, no brainer. There we go. Devin wanted to box and you were in the gym. Would you spar him? Yes, I would. I know what you mean, Tank, is that. So I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Keyshawn looked great yesterday, and he made me a little bit more of a believer than I was before, but I'm still not sold. He doesn't look like he has much power, even though money went down twice or whatever, 3 times, and the last knockdown was ugly, if you remember, because what was that? The Keyshawn one? The ref tripped over the guy falling. It looked like he hit so hard he just fucking everybody went down like bowling pins. He bowling pinned everybody down there. So that was a visual effect, a visual added excitement factor, but that's not really what happened. The ref just tripped. It had nothing to do with the power of, but no, I'm still not there. Dylan Mason, yeah, I'm done. LOL, you got it. You don't think Abdullah Mason can beat Keyshawn? The thing about Abdullah is he was called off guard and does not have a chin. When you get up, no problem. You're not wobbled, you're not hurt, and you knock the guy out. Is that not having a chin? Shakur would frustrate Keyshawn. Shakur would dance all around him and frustrate him. For sure. Shakur would definitely frustrate him. I don't think Keyshawn beats Shakur. And I'm not a huge fan. Like, Shakur's a great fighter. Actually, I am a fan. I think he's a great fighter. I'm not excited to watch him. But, Marco, can you look at Abdullah's opponent's knockout? Yeah, he's a kid. What's he at, 11 fights? What you think? No, Mason cannot beat Key right now. He's only 20. Okay. Yeah, they probably won't fight. You're probably right about that. Boots is not going to go to 54. I think that's been etched into the walls already from his last 2 fights. So he won't do that. What he'll do next, though, and I don't think he'll fight Cobbs, and Cobbs would be the best fight for him. I really believe Blair Cobbs would be the best fight for Boots. That, to me, it would solidify him. It would. Boots was taking some really ugly shots. Oh, my goodness. Clean. Like, cleaner than a car wash. Cleaner than a car wash with the turtle wax at the end. And the dudes wiping down the windows, wiping down the rear view mirrors, just clean shots. It was bad. He was rattling his whole shit. His shit was rattling like a pinball machine. Keyshawn should fight the guy who beat him 4 times in the amateurs. I forget his name. And I like Mason, but he's still wet behind the ears. Key will be the champ, but I don't think Keyshawn's going to be a champion. I don't think Cobbs is ranked, and maybe that's why you're saying that. Or if he is, he's not highly ranked. You could hear the clip. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you could hear him getting hit. They sounded hard, but they didn't really rattle Boots' head as much. If you notice that, they landed clean. He shook him, but not as much as you would have thought. So they sounded harder, but they didn't look hard when he threw them, and also when they landed. They just looked clean. It was kind of landing on him like he was getting slapped. Now, I know some of those slaps will knock you the fuck out in that slap boxing league or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? They were landing like slaps. Clean. All this tissue shook, waved through, shook in a perfect wave format, but didn't do much. Not yet. Yeah, I don't know what you don't see in Key. That could change. I'm not perfect. I just don't see it. He might be a champion, but I don't see him being by no means a dominant champion, and I don't see him being a long reigning champion if he becomes a champion. Because it's possible. When you see Rolly win a title, you know anybody could win a title. I know you don't like using current fighters, but since he isn't a lightweight anymore, does Floyd stop Bud? Stop Bud? No. Beat him? Probably, but not stop him. I don't like Eddie Hearn. It's Hearn, no S. The way he disrespected Blair. That's what Hearn does, man. Keyshawn to beat everyone except Tank. Tank got a much higher IQ. Keyshawn just KO a guy that weighed 6 pounds heavier than him. So? Marcos Maidana versus Shane Mosley. 6.6 pounds. True. Vargas versus Keyshawn needs to happen. Then maybe the winner of that could fight Tank. I don't know who fights Tank. Who Tank's fighting next? But fuck. What's up, AK? Blessings. What's up? I like that picture. Your profile picture. Yeah, I don't know. Worldwide boxing news. I like Keyshawn beat every. Okay, I already read that. I like your name, by the way. Worldwide. That's dope. Dev couldn't KO Ryan. I mean, technically, Ryan couldn't KO Dev, even though that ref did a lot of saving in that fight. That should have been a knockout loss. You know what I mean? Ryan was all over that motherfucker. But he could have been all over him, dripped in juice. You dripped in juice, then, you know. That's me and my 93-year-old young mother. Oh, damn. Really? 93. Let me see. Let me. She's not 93. Get out of here. She's 93 in that picture? She looks in her 60s, maybe early 70s tops. Oh. Keyshawn doesn't want to fight Tank or Shakur. He should fight one of the other two champions. Keyshawn, by the way, is not going to stay at 35 too long. Just like none of these guys did. You only got Shakur and Tank straggling around there. Everybody moves up. You know, don't forget, at this age, guys don't move up. No 90 in that picture. Damn. Well, God bless. Good for you. Good for you. So you must be in what, your 60s? 70s? How old are you? He needs his peds because he's little without them. That is why, my friend, we need to see this rematch. It'll be one of the most anticipated rematches in boxing history. This rematch has to happen. Oh, your mom had you old. She's in her 40s. Okay. I mean, shit, old. I had my daughter when I was 39, so that's what it is now. I guess for back then, people didn't do that shit back then. For, late 30s, not mid to late 30s or early 40s was not happening for people having kids back in the 70s, 60s, 50s. That shit was super rare. Now it's very common. I think he reigns at 140. You don't think he can beat Ryan or... No, I think Ryan overwhelmed. I think Ryan does to him what he did to Devin. Carbon copy performance. I understand Tank's only 5'5", but he has so much power. I feel like he can make a difference. Oh, yeah. Tank could probably even make 130. So the way they look at it, like, I could probably make 130. I'm not going to go 10 pounds above what I could probably make, because he's so short. And these guys are coming in way heavier during fight night. Ryan off the juice still beats Dev. I think so, too. She was late 30s. Okay. She was late 30s. Okay. So that means, yeah, you're in your what are you in? Your 50s? Yeah, you're in your 50s maybe? Early 60s? I said Rayo, not Ryan. Hey, drop the link. Get out of here. Keyshawn looked great the other night. Night with a K-N-I-G-H-T. I like it. But I need to see more. And first, let's start with a belt or two. Yes. I like the way this man thinks. Ryan's not fighting at 140 anymore. He's moving up to 47. I don't know. I think Ryan is so popular, so exciting to watch, so much in demand, such a payday for everybody. He's not even going to follow the fucking rules. He doesn't give a fuck about a belt fully. He'll be like, it'll be catch weights is my point. Catch weight, catch weight, catch weight. Because he doesn't need a belt. He probably wants one for legacy and to say I was a real fighter, but and a champion. But for now, he's just going to catch weight his ass. He'll be fighting like 145, I bet. I think Ryan beat him 4 times. You're 52. Okay, cool. Tank could probably fight at 140, at 150. I mean, I was told that he can go up to 147 in one interview with Kenny Ellis, his coach. But then I was also told, though, another interview, might have been with Calvin, or I forget who I was talking to, one of them, he could probably make 130. So we don't want to go to 140. So I was told 2 different things. She had to be 38, 39. Okay. Zab versus Sean. You asked me that yesterday, clown. And I remember what I told you. I told you the same thing. I'm going to say now. You have a weird Sean Porter thing because you keep trying to like get me to say he's going to win. It's weird. And I don't know who would win that. I think Zab definitely wins the first 6, and then 6 to 12. I don't know how that plays. I could see Sean getting him tired, wearing him down, stopping him, or winning a decision. But I could also see Zab, if he fights like he fought Corey Spinks, hold on and get that win. Dwight Cowie was 200. Dwight Cowie started at, I believe, light heavyweight. I believe Dwight started at 175. I'm pretty sure. Dwight Cowie was also from Camden. You feel me? Let's see. Dwight Cowie. I'm pretty sure he was a light heavyweight champion. I think he was a light heavyweight champion, as a matter of fact. Let's see. Yep, light heavyweight. Started at light heavy and was the light heavyweight champion. Wow, beat Matthew Saad Muhammad. Whew, twice. Cowie was no joke. He's still alive, too, I believe. What's up, Stilo? What the dilly? Marcos, salute. Be seeing you a lot on The Voice. How you feel about that Subriel Matias? I didn't see the fight. I just saw one quick clip of him dropping money. So I don't know. I can't answer that. But I'm glad he's back on the knockout streak because now we have another player at 140. Back in the mix. Back up in the mix like Ovaltine. What about Kid Austin versus Keyshawn? Kid Austin's not seasoned enough. Got to pepper him a little bit. A little adobo. Throw him back in the oven. Let's revisit that. He's mad. You said Sean Porter beats Fernando. I know, man. He's on some. Alberto is on some.
Oh, that's racist.
Shit. Always on some like Mexican shit. Rocky versus Mike. Mike's too big for Rocky. Remember, Rocky was barely 185 pounds. Mike was 225. So we're looking at a 40-pound weight difference. Same height, though. Dwight Cowie Hall of Fame. Hell yeah. I'll stop asking about Porter. Boots is just as ready. What up, Alan? As he was last year. This doesn't mean he beats Bud or that doesn't. He can't beat Bud. He can't beat Bud. He won't beat Bud. I think everybody in this room. Let me go back to my poll. I haven't checked my poll. Let's see what we got. Last I looked, it was 20-something votes. Let's see what we got. 23 votes. 74% think Tyson wins. 13 thinks Jake wins. And you got 13% of you are saying what I'm saying. Not sure, but it will be boring. I think it's going to be boring. Now, mind you, I don't want that, but I think that's what's going to happen. All right. Honestly, Canelo and Crawford should run it. Nah. I mean, Boots keeps showing us why he doesn't deserve the fight. I agree. But he keeps winning, so I don't agree. He shows us why he probably isn't favored to win the fight, but doesn't show us that he doesn't deserve it because he's winning. He fucking beat the shit out of this guy. Well, not beat the shit out of him, but beat him. I thought it was close, but he beat him. The real question is that Ortiz ready for boots? That's a good fight. That's a good question, too. Crawford can def hang with him skill-wise. Power-wise, don't know. Nah, Crawford and Boots have similar power. Boots might hit harder, I think. Boots might hit harder, but Boots also expends more energy, so he might gas out sooner. And at that point, when one guy's gassed and the other guy isn't, that'll even out the playing field in terms of power, and they'll be hitting the same. Because when you're tired, a lot of heat goes off your shots. Frazier versus Tyson. Tyson. What's up, JD? Being ready means he is competitive. I've been seeing questions about if fighters are ready. I really hate it. That just means they have enough experience. That's what that means. Is there a chance that Jimmy Young is the best Philly? No, there's not. Hopkins for sure better. Joe Frazier better. Meldrick Taylor better. David Reed better. Actually, maybe not David Reed, but close. I don't know. Jimmy Young never even won a title, actually. So, yeah, David Reed's better. What are you talking about? Crawford has a knockout streak. Exactly. But Crawford isn't a hard puncher, one shot. He's a cumulative dude. He's also sets traps, counters, all that. I think Porter's career accolades are due to his promotion, not his skills. The PBC would give him a lot of close fights. He arguably has. Get out of here. One to fact check you on Hopkins. He was good until about 48. By that time, he was 49. He was getting beat up by Kovalev, and at 51, he got knocked out the ring. Okay. You got a point. But, that was at the highest level. So he was competitive. So let's go over this, JD. Bernard Hopkins was the best fighter in the world up until his late 40s. Best in the world in his weight class, right? Up until his late 40s. And this was 30 years ago almost, right? So in 30 years, everything evolves. People start having babies later. Kids are naturally taller. We advance in sports science. We advance in nutrition. We advance in training techniques. Everything advances. Okay. Meaning 48 might be like 58 now for starters. Second, we're not asking Mike to be a world champion at his age. We're asking Mike to beat somebody who's only been boxing for 5 years. To beat somebody smaller than him that's only been boxing for 5 years at 58, which is very comparable because of evolution to Bernard's 48 back 25, whatever it is, years ago. Feel me? Jimmy Young beat the hardest hitters. Who the fuck did he beat? Who did he beat? Oh, he beat Foreman. Yeah, he did beat Foreman at the end. He beat Foreman after, that was Foreman's last fight, maybe. That's Foreman's last fight. 14-ounce gloves are going to negate Mike's. That's incorrect, Alberto. I say this all the time. Physics, simple physics. A bigger comet, a bigger asteroid slamming into a planet is going to slam harder and with more force and velocity than a smaller asteroid. 14 ounces is bigger than 10 ounces. Therefore, it's going to hit harder. All it does do, though, it gives slightly more padding and circumference distribution to block shots. So it'll make defense a little better because a bigger glove, but it makes offense better, not less. Anybody who sparred in 18 ounces, 20 ounces knows how thumping, how thudding, how cinder blocky sparring gloves feel, as opposed to anybody who's fought pro or fought even amateur with 12s or 14s, whatever they are. They're more like snappy rocks that hit you as opposed to cinder blocks. What up, Fun Truck? Jake gets shaky legs in his fights, I've noticed. He's about to look like somebody tased him in the kneecaps. They call that tased, stun-gunned Bambi legs is what they call that. That's what's about to happen. Foreman was 44. Big difference between, right. Good point. But like I just said, JD, did you not hear me? 44 could easily be in or around 1994. That's literally 30 years ago. 30 years ago, 44 can easily be 54, 58 now. But again, that's when Foreman won that. Well, Foreman won at 45, if I'm not mistaken, the heavyweight championship of the world. We're not asking Mike to be the champion. We're asking him to beat somebody who's has only had one amateur fight and been boxing a total of 5 years. You get what I'm going with this now? I don't want to keep repeating it. Then why don't they fight in 8-ounce gloves? I think it's a misconception, Alberto. I think people think that the bigger gloves, well, also they do protect better, but they cause more brain damage. So I'm not sure. It's a big misconception. Like I'm not. This isn't something that is widely agreed upon in boxing. What I'm saying, how the bigger gloves are more dangerous. A lot of people don't believe that. I think Jake loses, but might be a spectacular KO. But won't be. Might not be. I don't think it's going to be a spectacular. I never said spectacular KO. I actually think it's going to be boring. I think Mike might stop him, but I also think there's a great chance it's going to be boring. Jake's going to hold. I said this. I'm going to say it again last time. Jake is going to hold through the majority of the fight, and Tyson is not going to do anything to really stop the holding, and we're going to get a boring fucking fight. And it's only 2-minute rounds. It's going to go by quick. Man, those high-level fighters, Jake Paul, not even on Marco's level, and that was club fighter level. Spell my name right, punk. I heard you. I just don't see it. The fact that they're making special rules, 2-minute rounds. What about the fact of it? They're doing that because Mike's old. That's why they're doing it. They probably are trying to guard against somebody who's in advanced years. Marco, no one couldn't beat Ali. You mean no one could have beat Ali, I assume, not couldn't beat him. No one couldn't beat him means that everybody would be able to beat him. I see the point you're making, just can't ignore science. What science are we ignoring? I don't get it. What's the science we're ignoring? The fact that when somebody gets old, you mean? We're incorporating that. We're incorporating how Mike looks now and how Jake looks. You know what I'm saying? If I looked at a dude who looks horrible at 58, then yeah. Tyson's going to make him quit with a body shot. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Yes, they're compensating for Mike's age. Okay, so what? I don't get it. So what? I don't get why you're bringing that up. Jake midsection looks bloated. Jake put on weight, and that's another thing, people. It is whack legacy. Jake put on weight. He is a good 20 pounds-ish heavier than his natural in-shape weight. That's not going to help him. That's not. That's going to hurt him. It's going to make him slower on his feet. I'm telling you, it's going to make him slower on his feet, going to make his heart work harder, make him gas out quicker. Yes, Father Time, bone structure weakens. Punch. That's absolutely true. But again, there's some people, a lot of people, not the majority that don't degrade as much over time, especially in today's age of all of the advancements in sports science and in medicine. Because they have to a sense help Mike. They don't see the normal talents gloves. Yeah. No, I mean, and I agree. People look, I mean, he's old. 58 is old. Let's not, I'm not saying it's not. I just think his Mike at 58 is still in the position to beat Jake. That's all I'm saying. We're not ignoring that he's not old. He is. What if Jake becomes champ? Okay. Jake could beat Jai Opataya, who's a crew. Come on. Jake is roided to the gills. I don't know if he's roided or not. He might be. They're probably not testing for it because, let's be honest, Tyson looks roided too. That motherfucker put on mad muscle mass. And, he was always jacked, but at this age, you know what I'm saying? He's never looked that jacked. Not since he was He might be more jacked than when he was fucking active. He looks like a good, like 230 plus pounds. That motherfucker, I don't think ever weighed in over 230 for a pro fight. Or he might be tying his heaviest, or he might be. I can't wait to see for the weigh-in. Mike Tyson shows the same as anyone with his ulcer. That debunks he's somehow an ulcer. You don't understand how biology works, do you? He gets, just because somebody gets an ulcer doesn't mean you must not understand. I'm not even trying to be arrogant, like trying to like talk down to you. You laughing at me? No. Oh. Ulcer has nothing to do with your muscle mass, your reflexes. That's totally separate things in the body. That's just like, literally, that's just like saying, yeah, the dude got a herpes sore. He had another herpes outbreak, man. It's just, see, it just shows he's old. Has nothing to fucking do with his muscle mass, his reflexes, his cardio, his heart health. Nothing to do with any of that. That made no sense. You're wilding out. The day Jake Paul becomes a world champion, ulcer really just means one of two things. There's two different kinds of ulcers, stress-related or bacterial. So it means either he's under stress, which any age has, or he came into some contact. What happens a lot of time in third world countries, it was a bacterial contact. It has nothing to do with age. Goofball. You're a goofball. But good try. Good try. Yeah, but it's saying he shows up, he's human. Nobody says he's not human. His bone structure isn't any different. I didn't say it's different. What? Her reflexes are gone? All right, now you're wilding out. Now you're wilding out. He's released clips. He's clearly not gone. His reflexes are almost as good as back in the day. Definitely slower, but very close, very comparable. All right, now you're wilding out. You could say his reflexes are gone. That's crazy. The only thing you could say that has any validity that could be true is he can't take a punch, because we don't know yet. That we haven't seen. We've seen him throw punches. He looks great. Yes, I know it can. I understand that. You're missing my point. I guess I am. What's an ulcer? 20 years ago, they were gone. Nah, they're not. He looked like shit 20. But even in the fight against Danny Williams, I just did a video of that fight. He was whooping Danny's ass with some hard, fast shots that wobbled. It had Danny stumbling around like somebody tried to pull, like he was standing on a table that somebody tried to pull the tablecloth out from under. You had him fucked up. Then he just kind of quit Tyson when he got hit. Tyson did beat Roy, but that's not impressive because neither of them threw any punches, and Roy especially didn't throw any punches, and Roy's way lighter. So that didn't really impress me. And technically it was a draw, but it wasn't. The day Jake Paul becomes a world champion boxer is the day I stop watching boxing. What's up, Ken? What's cracking, my mellow? Oh, I like that, Kobe. I'm gonna have to go with Andre Ward on that one. A little too big. But he got knocked out still, even 4 years prior to Williams' fight. He would be. Do you understand that people, human beings, go through ebbs and flows of life, and boxing is mental? Boxing is not always physical. Just because you get knocked out, and I can name a whole shitload of fighters who came back and got even better after getting knocked out. It's not all or nothing. You're looking at it very all or nothing. Just because you got knocked out. It's very mental. It's a very much like drug addiction. There's a lot of people who relapse, but there's also a lot of people who never use again and come out better, stronger, and cleaner. No, I'm no world champion would give Jake Paul a title shot. Oh, they will. I'm a Tyson fan. Me and you both, my man. Oh, well, we're going to have to see who's... Yeah, exactly. Remember what I said, though. I'm not saying Tyson's definitely going to win. No, you know what? I am. I think Tyson's going to win, but I'm saying that it might be very boring and slow. I wouldn't be surprised if Mike stops him, but I'm saying 50-50 on Mike dominating him and 50-50 on it being very boring because Jake just holds. Some of these knockouts recently have been really ugly. Yeah, that's a fact. Marco, did you make a video about a guy who kept getting knocked down and got stronger every time he got knocked down? No. But if you've seen a fight where that's happened, I'd love to do a video on that. Rolly became champ. Yep. Today's Shannon Briggs was today's Mike Tyson. I don't know. I've seen Shannon. I would have to go with Mike. I'm no world champion. Would give Jake Paul a title shot. They might. You're wrong about that because it's called high risk, low reward. Excuse me. Strike that, reverse it. Low risk, high reward. I think they would make a video about a double knockdown. When I make a video, you guys have seen my videos, right? I have to have meat and potatoes in the video. I can't just have one knockdown because I have to fill a minute and a half to 3 minutes of content. And if the whole fight is whack, except for the 1 second where they both go down, that's not really a video. Especially the Allen Kid Kansas Garcia one. What the fuck? Who is Kid Kansas Garcia? What up, Low? You Papaloop. What the fuck did you say again? Papalufa? No. Papaluga? I forgot what you called it. I didn't check. If you sent me any more voicemails, I didn't check them since. Mike wins and Jake will go down as Joey bag of donuts afterwards. Okay. It's all love, my bro. I enjoy the channel. Always good to talk to an actual. Appreciate you, JD. Can you do Faros versus Oscar? Alberto, if you don't fucking stop.
Oh, that's racist.
With this fucking Mexican. Now I'm sounding racist. Stop with your Mexican shit. That's not what I mean. But all you fucking talk about is Mexican fighters. Holy shit. That's it. That's all you talk about. Do you think Mexican fighters will beat everybody and their mamas and grandmamas? And that, my friend.
Oh, that's racist.
Just saying. Philly was lit Saturday. The building was electrifying. Good, because Philly's a shithole and it needs some electrification. For starters. Second, your boy Boots was getting fucking jackhammered. He was getting jackhammered like he was starring in Debbie Does Dallas. He was getting jackhammered like the star of Debbie Does Dallas. That dude was getting nailed repeatedly. And if Karen had a little bit more power, Boots would have been sleeping on the floor with his teddy bear and his little nightcap and those things you go over the eyes where you can't see and earplugs. I'm just saying. No, Marco, I'm not Chicago. Mexicans could beat Tito Trinidad. They couldn't. Well, technically, Low, De La Hoya whooped Trinidad's ass until he on his own volition purposely decided to stop throwing punches. Up until that point, he was beating the shit out of Trinidad. May I add, with relative ease and violent beauty. So let's slow your roll. Paul Williams versus Cotto. Ooh. I don't know. Cotto might fucking chop him down, but he'll take some lumps leading up to that. Tito had loaded hand reps. That they say that. Boots had a chin. Boots has a chin. It looks that way. He did get hit, but he may have been weight drained. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
Here we go. Now it's the weight drained. Mexican versus Puerto Rico is the best rivalry. True. Salvador Sanchez and Chavez were for sure different type of Mexicans. That's a fact. Canelo and Chavez are different type. What up, DGO? I had Oscar beating Tito. Yeah. Oh, you still gave it to him? And that's a good point, JD. There's a strong argument for Oscar beating him. I thought Oscar beat him too. But I thought he deserved to lose because it was such a stupid fucking choice of game plan. There's a thing in boxing known as taking Puerto Rican knee for a reason. Who came up with that? The Puerto Rican knee? Was that Camacho? Why don't you think Boots is gonna 154? Because he pulled back. He said it initially, and now he pulled back after his fucking last performance. To what's his face, who was fucking slapping him up. Chavez is a great pressure fighter, one of the best ever. Oscar last fight, Tito didn't win at all, and Oscar lost that fight. Exactly. Oscar was we fucking got Low out of here. Low was on his Puerto Rican shit. And look, I grew up around Puerto Rican, so I feel more like a Boricua than anything. You know what I mean? Because I grew up around Puerto Rican and black dudes, not just dudes. That sounded extremely gay. So I didn't mean it in a kind of way, but I grew up in that culture, so I relate more. So my point is, when I say that, that I'm being honest, because I would rather have, I would root for a Puerto Rican usually, because all my fucking friends were Puerto Rican. Chavez is a great pressure fighter. Camacho, then Cotto, then Danny Garcia. I mean, come on, everybody's taking the knee. You're gonna say Puerto Rican knee? Tank fights like a Chavez, to be honest. I wouldn't say that. Hagler, all day, every day. The only person who could beat Hagler at 60 would be Roy. And apparently Sugar Ray did it, so close. I was at the Taylor vs. Serrano MSG 2020. That shit was crazy. I don't really watch female boxing that much. I like watching my girl Clarissa. I like watching, what's her face, the tall fucking British girl who had all the knockouts. Savannah Marshall. She's kind of fun. Yeah, 1 second, guys. Oh, my bad. Thirsty. All right. Chavez is more pressure fighter. Tank has more power. Chavez had power. Tank has more one-punch power. Chavez had power. Alicia's fun. Okay. You mean just to look at, or you mean to boxing? When it comes to women boxing, Taylor Swift are the best. Hell no. You must be the only one who can sit on that couch. They haven't moved since. You must be the only one who can sit on that couch. They haven't moved since you were on TBV earlier. They haven't moved. Oh, the pillows? Yeah. Now this is my Archie Bunker spot. This is just for me. My son was sitting on it earlier today, but that's rare. Yeah, people don't sit. This is my spot. Word up. Word up. You know that works. Yeah. No, you're right. That's how it works. My spot. There's my little. You don't see the crib, but there's a little corner in the living room. Just me. This isn't like the main couches. We have 2 couches, but the main ones are not. This is just like a little love seat. Actually, there's just like a 1-seater. Big 1-seater though, comfortable. That's where I do my work. Couldn't get a lot of work done. I was away this weekend. Kids were off of school today, so I don't know if I'll drop my video today. I might drop it tomorrow. So I got to finish writing the script. Didn't have much time to watch and look at. All right. What else we got, people? Talk to me before I wrap it up. Talk to me. Talk to me, motherfuckers. Shakur throws butterflies and Tank lands like throwing bricks. Shakur floats like a butterfly and Tank drops like a cinder block. Chad Dawson versus Sergio Garcia. You mean Sergio Martinez? Pause. Wrap it up. Nah. That's how I know you're only 20 years old, Alberto. Pause, because I said wrap it up. I wasn't even thinking that. See, the fact that I say wrap it up and you think about wrapping up something phallic is
Tutti frutti!
that's you.
Tutti frutti!
That is you. That's you going to the bar and dancing to this music. Not me. Yeah, I figured, Ken. I think Chad Dawson was too big. He never fought middleweight, so I don't think that's an accurate matchup. Shakur fought like a butterfly, Tank bark like a dog. Nah, Tank a fight. Benavidez is mediocre. Nah, Benavidez is mediocre. What?
You must be out of your goddamn mind!
Benavidez is mediocre?
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
You gotta fucking chill. What up, Zooted? I'm about to wrap it up in a second, but welcome. Teachers used to tell us, don't be silly, wrap your willy.
Tutti frutti!
Teachers are talking to you about your willy?
Tutti frutti!
What kind of gay ass school were you in? I'm just kidding. Nah, not the Mexican monster. Who? Benavidez takes out everyone at 168 and above. Hell yeah. Ecuadorian monster for sure, though. He's half-half. Half Ecuador, half Mexico. He's top 10 pound for pound. I got him over Canelo. Also because Canelo didn't want to fight him. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he goes over Canelo. Damn, I got tendonitis. My arm is killing me today. Canelo KO David in the first.
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
Canelo KOs him in the first.
Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch?
Come on. Nathaniel. Dawson made his debut at middleweight, moved up to super middle. Yeah, but Dawson was primarily super middle and light heavy. That was the majority of his career. Sergio never went past middleweight. So, you know, I guess they could have, but Sergio's too small. That's the point. Like he could have maybe made it, but he's too small. David got dropped before. Okay, so a lot of people got dropped. Muhammad Ali got dropped. Every fighter, Floyd got dropped. Zab dropped him. People don't, it wasn't ruled, but it happened. Sugar Ray Robinson got dropped. Joe Louis got dropped. Roy Jones got dropped in his prime. Only once, but it happened. David Telesco dropped him. Manuel Marquez when he came up. Canelo can't get dropped. Canelo can get dropped. He hasn't yet, and he might never. And that'll be an amazing feat. People like Chavez never go down until Frankie Randall knocked him on his ass like they were playing musical chairs and he pulled the chair from under him. Followed up by Costa Zoo harpooning him with a straight right that had him on all fours like he's searching for a contact lens. Just saying. It happens. It doesn't happen until it happens. Canelo has never been dropped. Yep, not yet. That's what we're just talking about. Did Floyd ever get dropped? Yes. He got dropped officially once, but really he got dropped unofficially once. The official one wasn't a drop. So the one time Floyd got dropped on record, officially, he took a knee on purpose because he had broke his hand and it hurt. No punch was thrown. He just took a knee and was holding his hand and it was broke. But the time that he did get dropped, where the ref blew the call, was when Zab Judah hooked him coming in, dropped him. He didn't actually go down, but his glove touched the canvas. He held himself up from falling, which is a clear knockdown. Look at the Triple G fight. What about it? He ate that. Oh, yeah, man. He swallowed all those shits. Swallowed them like he was putting A1 on them. Swallowed them like he was seasoning those shits with a Goya adobo. Hate seeing ugly KO, but it's, yeah. Marco, that's a good video you should make about fighters that never been knocked down. I did the best chins, which is similar. Because it's also hard. Like, there's so many fighters who've never been knocked down. We're talking about once at the championship level. Tyson gets hurt. Would you step in the ring with Jake I'll step in the ring with Jake or Tyson no matter what. That'd be a fucking bucket list shit for me. Mike, 20 million is worth the concussion you'll get. Yes, that's a fact. And Roy couldn't swallow Lou punches. Yeah. Oh, it wasn't David Telesco. You're right. It was Lou Del Val who dropped him. My bad. I'm thinking light skin dude. Call me MPO. You should use words like absorb and says, man, I'm too old for that fucking to be worried about if people think that I'm being.
Tutti frutti.
I don't give a fuck. I'm a wordsmith. I use all words. And if you people think of it in a gay way, well, that makes not me, but you.
Tutti frutti.
Boxing is really just like life. Yep, that's a fact. Would you try to put a fight or no? I'll try to fight. Hell yeah, I'll fight. What's the most anticipated box rematch that never happened? Hagler Hearns. Tyson Douglas. Tyson Douglas, Hagler Hearns. I don't think it gets bigger than that. Tyson Douglas, Hagler Hearns. Those should have happened. God, those should have happened. Ali versus Foreman. That's another one. That's a good one. But I think the other two would have been bigger. I know you are in shape. You be going right. Yeah, hell yeah. Word up. Just did 10 today. No problem. Yeah, I start, I warm up for about 3, and then I go all out for the remaining 7. And not because I don't have the cardio. If I go all out from the jump, I will pull shit, twist shit, break shit, snap shit, strain shit. No. I know this is dumb, but Ali versus Fury. Fury's too big. I don't think Ali could beat him. Off size alone. Thanks, Alberto. I used to do 20 when I was fighting. When I was training for a fight, I would do 20 rounds. Marco, would you fight Rolly? I'd fight Rolly. Do you shoot your load all at once or more methodical?
Tutti frutti. Tutti frutti. Tutti frutti. Tutti frutti.
Do I shoot my load all at once? Alberto, you are bugging. Matter of fact, man, I got to do one more.
Tutti frutti.
You got to be kidding me. Yo, Remington, you heard what this guy just said? Talking about loads being shot. What's good? Fury has one of the best jabs, too. True that. Tyson would win. Yep. You just told us to. Nah. Where do we bet on the Jake? I don't know. I don't bet. I never bet. Never will. Never did. Never will. 4 guys have never been knocked out. Rocky, Amir Khan. Amir Khan. Are you bugging out? Amir Khan's been knocked out cold numerous times. Amir Khan. You're going to be on TBV? Probably TBV. I like having a way bigger audience. I mean, if I come here, we'll probably get we can get up to maybe 100 people, maybe 200, which isn't bad. Maybe I should do my own. What do you guys think? The problem is it's too much on me. I want to get a co-host because that's too much fucking, I don't want it all on me. On TBV, I like it because it's not all on me and it's a way bigger platform. I hope Jake Paul has the same chin as Amir. You know, he clearly, that was a typo because Amir Khan gotta be fucking kidding me over there. This fucking guy is good. All right, I'm about to wrap it up. Go live here. Yeah, well, I appreciate you, Alberto, but I don't know. I should start doing my own. But like, you see like in here, we'll do 15 on the low, up to like 30, 40 sometimes. It's nothing crazy. Khan got blasted by mad people. Jake Paul's a Disneyland Channel kid. Yeah, but he's a real fighter now. All right, people, I am going to bounce. I appreciate you guys. I will catch you guys mañana. Keeps it real. Like, subscribe, all that good shit. Peace.